Okay. And I think we're good. Hello, all newcomers, and welcome back, my fellow Eternians. As always, it's me, Emperor AP, and today we are going to be doing some discussion of some new things that are happening within the Empire of Eternia. We are trying to unveil some new ways of ways of organizing our community, ways of giving back opportunity to you guys. That is um, something we are trying to roll out very, very soon. It's kind of a big thing. It's a long process, and this isn't a full, final, introduction to it. This is just going to be kind of a discussion of what we're doing and how we're trying to grow that. So let's get into it and let's talk about it. Drew Andy K is here hanging out with us already. What's going on, Drew? He said, "Hey, I'm back. It is great to see you, and I am looking forward to the Micronational Map Show." Cool Guy Studios said first, "Hey, what's going on, cool guy? I hope you are doing well." Drew said, "You were second, my guy." Yep, they jumped in. They jumped in on the leaderboard, first and second. That is Drew Andy K coming in over the finish line. Then we have Cool Guy Studios racing in his cool car. Um, the Real quick, I'm gonna get us some music set up. Free for profit pink. Uh, if you guys don't know, there is a great beat maker on YouTube named Pink, and they produce a lot of free for profit content, things that you can use on live streams, in your own music creation, to make some more interesting and fun content for people. So, because he has such cool stuff available for us, we are going to be hanging out to that and getting into some cool conversation about what comes next for the Empire of Eternia, and how we end up affecting that, how we end up developing that. So real quick, let me go ahead and make sure everything sounds good and is set up. Okay, yeah, cool. Everybody, let me know if that music is a little too loud or something. We can edit that. But yeah, what we're going to get into today is discussing the idea of this sovereignty system and the prestige system, excuse me, which has multiple other systems as a part of it. There's a bit to discuss, but essentially we want to be able to create a system that allows for increased progress within our community. The way we want to do that is we want to have everybody set up in these essentially an identification system, a licensing system, where depending on what you're doing within the Empire of Eternia, within our community, you can get a license to declare that, whether that be you wanting to be the official ambassador of your nation to other nations. You can present yourself as that, and we have a license for that, a dignitary's license, a foreign dignitary's license. If you are someone who, say, wants to become a citizen of the Empire of Eternia, we are going to have a citizenship license that is rolling out and actually has started to roll out amongst the members of our government, slowly but surely. The other thing that has become incredible about this is that we are starting to launch another system that goes in conjunction with all of that, that is trying to allow people who may not be in either camp, who may not have a micronation yet, or may not be interested in being a part of one, but still want to participate in this community and still want to find their voice and decide what they want to do within it. So for those people, I want to create an avenue for effectively working, effectively being useful as a skill and having a setup for some sort of trade, for some sort of connection to the rest of the community. And that's something that's really big for me. Real quick, I'm getting distracted by the comments. I'm reading everybody's stuff. Richard Taylor says, "Greetings, AP and Tiffany." Greetings, Richard Taylor. I hope you're doing well. Matt is jumping in. Matt, as you guys know, top of the aristocrat board. Actually, if we jump down here, I can show that to you right now. Yep, Matthew Freeman, 40 notes. Most notes purchased in Eternia. He is a true aristocrat. Drew Andy K said Tiffany's chillin'. Tiffany is chillin'. Also, Matt said stream on his birthday. Hey, oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Everybody has been having birthdays in February. Thank you. Everybody's been having birthdays in February, and so I have been trying desperately to come up with a holiday. That's actually something that's on a different document I'm working on, the Guide to Foundation and Principles. But we've been developing holidays and a calendar to start getting us within the feel of attorney and holidays, getting us within the feel of starting to create um, a long-term view for how our community is going to grow and develop and what things will keep as consistent markers of that. So, um, real quick, I'm gonna go grab my computer charger. Give me just 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can throw on some music.
No, just stay.
You sure? Hey, thank you. Um, sure, I would love one. I appreciate it. A juice, please. We've gotten these really good juices that I've been drinking now. So instead of the usual mystery drink you guys see me drinking, there's now a new thing on board. Multiple people. Hey, Matt, congratulations, happy birthday. I wanted to start off by saying, as well, we have had a whole bunch of people in February who have had birthdays, so I want to try and come up with a holiday that shows the progress of how our nation's grown, how its citizenship has grown, and also thank you so much. And also the ability for all of us to spontaneously have birthdays.
Oh my god, this one broke too.
Yep. Our house is a mystery. I'll explain that in a second. I want to create a day that celebrates all the people who have birthdays who are helping us to start this nation, happen to have it around that time. So we want to call that Support Day, and we want to have that become something for us and kind of a tradition of just showing appreciation to people and showing support for them. I gotta fix this real quick. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Yeah. Stream, nope. Oh gosh, okay, this is gonna be horrible. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so it's darker now, you may have noticed. Reason being, right, I had one of my outlets apparently doesn't work, and so now I have to rearrange the thing. I was trying to plug the outlet on the bottom. Tiffany was trying to help me with that and get it set up for me. And I didn't realize it until right before it was about to die, but it just wasn't charging. The outlet's messed up, so I had to like quickly unplug the lamp, throw that thing in, and I think we made it just in the nick of time. Thank you. Now, I want to try and see if I can get another setup going. But in the meantime, I did just want to say really quickly, I appreciate everybody hanging out, and I appreciate all of the birthdays that have been happening in February. That is crazy. So I want to create a day, Support Day, that helps all those people out and that just shows appreciation for attorneys in general and just saying thank you to everybody. This will be interesting. Okay, we will figure out a day. I'm gonna probably do it really early. I'm gonna probably do it. Gosh, I don't know. I want to do it really early in the month, but I want to make sure that we have that. That is super awesome. Happy birthday, everybody. Gooligan said, "Ooh, a whole bunch of people." Drew Andy K said, "Me and Matt just ended celebrating our birthday. I can confirm some nice cash will be sliding your way later." Everybody who has had a birthday in February, please contact me with your information, especially if you're a citizen, because we have Drew, Matt, Drew, Matt, who else? Stephen and Gray. Everybody who has been really, really heavily active in our community recently has been just blowing up with February birthdays. It's been crazy. At least the people who have been jumping in the news. Thank you. Okay, so Tiffany has officially saved the day. I have to. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you, Tiffany. Hey guys, sorry about that. I just had to go properly thank Tiffany for saving the stream. She went out and got an extension cord. So we had an extension cord out in the car, and she went and grabbed it. So saved my life. Not an extension cord. I guess it is an extension cord, but it's I should know the name of this. An extender, just one that has multiple outlets on it. A surge protector. She went and got a longer surge protector for us to connect into. So now we have everything set up and we're good. As far as, okay, cool. As far as us trying to develop this system that we were talking about, this is what we need to get set up on. Richard Taylor says, I like the idea of support week. The question is, would there be a support week for every month because my birthday's in May? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Would there be a support week for every month? That would be, I don't know if it would devalue it, you know what I mean? 12 months in a year, like 4 weeks in a month. So every 4 weeks would be support week. I feel like some people would be jerks on support week still. You gotta have support week be like one specific thing. Ooh, we'll have to do something else though. We'll have at least one holiday every month that represents the people's birthdays that month. February, support. It may not even be support week, it may be support day, we'll see about it, but we will have some holidays, some celebrations for every month so that everybody has something. Richard, let me know what you think should be May's thing. I am also a May birthday, so that's big for me as well. Richard, come up with something cool, I'm excited to see it. Matt said, indeed. Drew said, whoa, Trudeau, he may be gone, but don't think I will be watching you closely with my AK-47. Goodness. Gooligan said, Trudeau said his birthday's in January. Happy late birthday, Trudeau. I'm not sure if we told you in January, but happy birthday. I know January was when I was hardly on, so. Gooligan said, scroll up, Emperor, in the middle of it. Trudeau says, I think every month one would make it feel overused. Yeah, I would say we have to do it in a way that feels unique every month. So it's a holiday, it's a celebration, but it's a different one and a different feel every month, so it's not the same thing. Let me see. Trudeau said every month I feel like it would be feel overused. FLD says hi. Hey, FLD, how you doing? FLD is Nathan as well. He is a part of our government. He's a part of the House of Others. He's a press noble for his show, The Attorney Show. So we're real glad to see him, and I appreciate you hanging out. Drew said, there should be like a big thing throughout like a month or few. That's true. If so, that would be really, really cool. Matt said the head. The head. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about. Ooh. Drew said, instead of one holiday, what if it lasted around the middle of February called the Support Fiesta? Ooh, that was an interesting one. Sorry, I missed that one a while back. That would be really interesting, the Support Fiesta. It's So it's just the entire middle of February is the support fiesta, and it's just celebrating everybody's birthdays for the entire middle of. Well, but that would exclude you guys for today because it's almost the end. But it would be interesting. You'd have an early birthday, a large scale celebration, I guess. Richard Taylor says, "How about a support weekend?" Support weekend sounds cool. Support weekend, I could vibe with support weekend, where you just hang out, like help people. Yeah, that sounds really cool. You could make it a thing where people like get off work and they're just like, we just do stuff this weekend. Like everybody gets out and like supports each other and helps each other and just tries to like get projects done and stuff. Just helps each other. It'd be really cool. Gooligan said, Gooligan is Matt, aka number one aristocrat. Richard, aka number five aristocrat. We got some famous people out here. Drew Andy K says, it should be something Attorney and Pride will show. I agree. Um, so Matt said in the middle of the year for support day. That is interesting, potentially. Um, Drew said, Truto said maybe a different theme every month. Exactly. But yeah, and Nathan said Pog. Uh, the thing, I feel like I said that like an old man. He said Pog. Um, the thing I want to get to is talking about the prestige system. I'm trying to find us another good beat. I've been kind of looping the same few beats the last couple times, and it's all pink beats because they're the ones that are the solidness right now. They're what I have been vibing to, and I've been vibing to them for a while. I think they're just a cool beat maker, but um, they're the only person I'll advertise. I say that. I haven't been advertising like a whole bunch of other stuff. Nobody's paid me to advertise anything, so this is a very solid thing. There's very few things I'll ever advertise, but um, I do want to find us a good beat that I haven't listened to, or at least that we haven't listened to in a while. Okay, here we go. So, we are talking. I'm about to swap over real quick. Window capture, yep. Here we go. Oh, got me. Okay. Okay, that's this. This one. Okay, perfect. I think we should be good then. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm goofing, y'all. There we go. Talking about the prestige system. Okay. In the prestige system, we basically have the purpose of it being a way for the Empire of Eternia to organize its community and its functioning based on unlockable permissions and authorities which can be granted via completion of required trials to determine trust and effectiveness at this prestige. So basically, if you have some sort of permission within the Empire, like you're a citizen. Citizens get granted certain Discord permissions. They get granted certain things. Same thing with foreign dignitaries. You can get set up in a license, and you get prestiges on that license, which identify you as a person within the Empire of Eternia's community, somebody that we can contact, somebody who openly is helping to develop and create our community and create its network around the world. And in doing that, we are opening up this ability for people to start interacting with each other more officially and to start having a connection with an underlying standard to it that everybody kind of recognizes, and there's a guidebook too, so you can easily follow it. The prestige system includes within its scope an identification system for the ways people may live and work within our community. That's that ID, which has sort of just a brief description of who you are, how, and what some of your prestiges are, what some of your work is. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany is just killing the game out here. Absolutely. And now I'm petting Moondust, because he's really cute and he's hanging out next to me. Let me jump on our I guess I'll use, I'm trying to figure out whose license I want to use. I guess Steven. Let's hit up my boy Steven. Steven's citizenship license. Okay. Open. Let's see if we can view that. Window capture. No, but it could do Paint 3D. Hold on. Goodness. Edit. Edit with Paint 3D. Cool. I'm not actually going to mess up Steven's citizenship license. I'm not going to edit it, but I'm going to put it in this editor so you all can see it. Goodness. Also, I appreciate you guys hanging out. We have 8 viewers right now. If you guys do like and subscribe, it helps a lot. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be too crazy with this, but every time I see the stream, it's interesting because we get a whole bunch of interested people, and I want to see how much our community can like spread stuff. So when you guys like, subscribe, if you've been a part of the community, definitely let people know and definitely help us to grow. Right now we're at 11:06. I think the actual setup on the channel right now is 1118 or something, but we are trying to get to 1200 and then on to 2000 actually is our big goal as of right now. We have Dan Republican as well. He's always hanging out with us. We have Joseph Pina. We have the Duchy of Beige. What's up, Tim?
I heard that.
We don't have that, but...
Yes, I don't have that.
Oh, that's true. You could try it with like some sesame.
Or I'll just make something else.
Okay.
Want to check my dress?
Sure. Thank you. Tiffany and I have been trying to get better at cooking Asian food for a minute, and it's difficult for me. I'm also not the best chef, so I've been trying to think of more stuff that I would get into cooking, and Asian food has been one of them. And so I've been trying to set up to do that for a minute, but every time we get something for it, we end up having like one thing. Right now it's been baby corn and snow peas that we've just had an incredibly rough time finding. And right there, yeah, stir fry oil. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that we've been trying to do. Paint 3D, hey, let's see about this one. Is this one gonna work? No, for some reason, none of them are working. I guess what I'll do is I'll go back to our stuff and I will jump in this way. I'll open this guy up and I'll see if it'll open on the internet. Open with. Will it do it in Photoshop maybe? Gosh, I'm trying to describe the system to you guys, and it's a lot easier to see if you see an example of one of these licenses. One of the licenses, I'll actually start talking about those, and we can discuss it further. So, there's multiple licenses. The license of sovereignty is a license that guarantees use within a list of nations who have officiated their usage for completing tasks and gaining citizenship within their nations. So basically, as you continue to develop your yourself as a micronationalist, whether that be as someone in a micronation or someone who is just interested in the micronational community, you should be able to interact with these micronations. You should be able to find jobs potentially within a skill set that you have, because there are all these nations who need all these resources now, all these people who are interested in trying to work and develop with them. So if only we had a way to connect all those people together, if only we had a way to understand when someone entered the community what their skill set is, how long they've been working, if they're, if they have been doing whatever they're interested in doing for a while, and if they have other references for the work that they've done. So having like a Carfax on a micronationalist is an interesting thing because then it means that we can take all of the people who are actively contributing cool content to this community and turn them into people who are working in an economy, working toward their goals, hiring other people if they want to, or being able to set up their own businesses to be able to market and sell things to others. And that all being set up um, within a quest system within the Empire of Eternia. So that's something that will be particularly interesting to look into. Just give me 1 second to see if I can jump on our thing. Goodness. It's just not going to let me do it. It's just never going to let me show you guys the citizenship licenses. But we do have the citizenship licenses. I could go on Discord and I could probably get it to do it that way. But yes, what we are trying to do is we are trying to develop a system that shows people, hey, Nathan's jumping in. Um, we are um, we are trying to create a system that shows people um, effectively what they can do, how long they've been in the micronational community, who they've interacted with. It's an ID system, and the best way that we can move forward as a community and be really efficient, I think, is to embrace a standard. So this is one that we're trying to make universal, something that feels easily adaptable to whatever situation you're in. If you're somebody who wants to be a citizen of a micronation, you know it's a great thing to show them? Your track record that you've been helping other micronations. Here's an ID. Here's one that shows all these things that I've done as verified by the Empire of Eternia, as verified by potentially other micronations who may jump onto this standard. But that's kind of the idea that we're getting at here. Um, Drew says, idea, from when working on the sovereignty ID, can companies and Eternia pay to have them as a prestige-able thing? That is very interesting. I would definitely like to talk about that. Drew, if you can hit me up on Discord later, I will absolutely discuss that with you. System is so perfect, but I have some questions. One, when Eternian kids grow to workable age, how would they start out? This is right now in like a fairly small stage. I don't want to declare like what Eternian kids would have as of the moment, just because we don't have, we don't have um, people right now who are not, I suppose, of their own. Uh, we have no residents currently in the Empire of Eternia. We have people who are all supportive of our community. We have citizens, and we want those citizens to feel included. But all of these programs are things that you have to actually like apply for and support that way. So we don't have any age restrictions on that as of yet. But at the same time, I'm certain as this becomes a larger adapted system and we have more policy added to it, and not really policy, but more rules and guidelines added to it, it will allow us to better suit that for the future, such as, will Eternian kids be able to start working in a forge when they're 7? No, absolutely not. But those things are things that um, are able to be moved forward and able to progress as we continue this system and as we start to understand more and more about the needs of our citizens. Um, a whole bunch of stuff. Uh, Matuez Krenicki said, I'm going to go because I need to make a passport and do some stuff on Discord. Good luck. Um, thank you. Very, very cool. Also, what's going on? He was from the Kingdom of Maladia. Um, Trudeau said it's 3:15 where I live. I'm so sorry. That's rough. Ryan said Trudeau close to the mountains. Oh, they're talking about where they're at. Nice. Also, Richard did tell Mat I can't pronounce the name. I'm trying. Matesus, uh, greetings. He told them greetings as well, which is great. I appreciate you, Richard. Richard gets on stuff sometimes before I do, but I'm trying to see if I can sneak onto our Discord right now and pull up the rest of this ID so that we can take a look at it and we can discuss all the stuff that we want to moving forward. Um, okay, perfect. Hey, did we do it? Did we do it? Oh, not yet, but this just works. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you guys Steven's citizenship license. Give me just 1 second. I will throw it over. Oh gosh, I guess I can't. Can I not? Ooh, okay. I will move the thing on Streamlabs. There we go. Hey, it's Steven's citizenship license. Hey, we're gonna scroll around it a little bit. I might just go ahead and pull it up a little bit over some of this stuff. But yeah, what we are looking at here is uh, is the citizenship license for the Empire of Eternia as it currently stands. This is something that, if I can find the window, there it is. This is something that as we continue to grow and as we continue to um, develop our nation, is going to be something that we need to look into further for revision and for changes. So the biggest thing that I want to point out here, and that is very useful to us, is the descriptions. We have the picture of our citizen's name. We have a picture of our citizen and their name. Oh, give me a second. I have my... Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We have the name of the citizen. We have their picture. We have their status, that being a citizen, a foreign dignitary, or a sovereign. A sovereign being someone who either is not, as of right now, is either someone who is not a part of the Empire of Eternia or someone who is from another micronation. I think anybody really, I'll make it even more general than that. Sovereignty is something that anybody can apply for, but citizens and foreign dignitaries will generally receive a different license that specifies what they are connected to, what they are associated with. But um, for us, how we've developed this, we have the citizen, their status, citizenship as the Empire of Eternia, their station, if they have a representative role in our government, which is he's the master of the House of Treasure. He's actually 19 years old. I need to go back and change that. But I issued that to him on the 2nd of February, the 21st of February, in the year 12,021 because we use the Holocene calendar, so that's something that is important to note as well. So we have the license of citizenship, and then we have their prestiges, and these are the things that I was kind of talking about that really connect you to what it is that that someone has the ability to do. So one of the things that you can see here is Stephen has this ARI. I actually have some breakdown here of what all of these mean. So we have multiple different types of prestiges. We have House of Others prestiges, House of Treasure prestiges, economic prestiges, and dignitary prestiges. So what these mean are As someone develops in their connection to our community, as they define more and more about who they are and what they're doing, they will continue to, and as we continue to verify that as well, there will be a connection to these prestiges that they have, which allows them certain access that other people may not need or may not want. So, very firstly, we have the um, aristocrat button down here, the aristocrat prestige, ARI 1. That one just shows that Stephen is an aristocrat. There aren't any benefits to that as of right now that are available to aristocrats but not to other people. I think that's probably going to be the way that it stays, at least for a while. But the the um, benefit to this is just something of honor right now. It's just something of showing support and showing that you are somebody who has been, a large contributor to our community. We have the CIT1, which is just um, our citizenship standard, and that shows just that this person is a citizen. They have a citizenship. They should be able to access all of the Discord chats that they need to. They should be able to access any files or any documentation that a citizen should need, but that is an additional bound that they have over someone who may be a part of, say, our Discord community, but may not be specifically a citizen. We will also have House of Treasure 1. This is actually him as the master of the House of Treasure. So if we go back to our prestige system document here, we have HOT1, Master of the House of Treasure, has the highest authority within the House of Treasure. So this shows other people, for example, the people within the House of Treasure, that he is the highest authority inside of the House of Treasure. Now, of course, there is the emperorship and the larger government outside of the House of Treasure, but the House of Treasure and people within it, say the nobles in it, are ranking underneath that person, and that is the person that if something goes wrong, if for some reason you need a quick answer to something, this is the person that they go to, and that's just sort of a defining thing, like a rank. And as well, GOV1. GOV1 is a definition of basically that you are within a certain top tier um, of connection to our documentation. Very.
Those are probably one of the biggest ones that I've done.
I remember you showing me that, yeah. Tiffany showing me a picture of a cat, her cat that she drew. Yeah. Oh, is that a cat? Oh, a cat that Tiffany drew a while back. I know Richard would love that because.
In 2016, I finished it at 519.
2016, 519. Very cool. I know Richard would love that because he's looking forward to a wolf picture.
What's the first one?
No. Wait, January, February, yeah, no.
May the 4th, 2016.
That's really
I usually date my really big pictures.
cool. So real quick, guys, there's a couple other things on here that I want to mention. So we have years licensed. That defines how many years they've had a license, how long they've been connected to the community. That would be for something, say, going forward um, with just sort of social status as well as their connection to another micronation. So say Stephen was all of a sudden interested in becoming another part of another micronation, and he said, "Hey, I have this many years licensed. I have this license of citizenship. I can show you this. This has been officiated. This is something that I have the ability to use as a like a resume and just a breakdown of who you are in the micronational community." Drew says he has some forms and things he wants to discuss later. Absolutely. Drew says AP, the license look awesome, but I recommend maybe adding some more details like pronouns, gender, or other topics like that. Um, I don't really know that. Uh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I don't know. I feel like you could ask somebody. You know what I mean? I guess you need that connection, but we'll see. We'll see about it. I'm not sure I want to do it, but we'll see about it. Richard Taylor says, "I'd like to start small homestead in Eternia uh, so we could be more self-sufficient." I would love that. I would really appreciate that, Richard. I think that's one of our biggest goals is to have the ability to have that land and to have that homestead built, because really we just need like full-time support. And it's something that I really want to look into and I really want to show as far as who we are and how we're moving forward. But it's also just something that we need on a small scale. Like, I'm excited to show off, hey, we've got land, hey, we've got all this stuff, but I'm also really excited to just have more support and more breakdown for the everyday tasks that we need to do. And so I'm really excited for that. I'm going to delete the chat real quick for one more second just to show off. We also have the flag, of course. All of the licenses, whether it's the license of citizenship, license of sovereignty, or license of or dignitary's license, will all have this little symbol down in the bottom right. That is the actual symbol of the emperorship in the Empire of Eternia. It is our signature symbol. It's on our flag. And that'll be on all of them. But the difference will be for people who are, say, foreign dignitaries or, say, are sovereigns from another micronation, they want to have their micronation's map or even a macronation's map, flag, or even a macronation's flag put onto the top right-hand corner of their license. Will be able to do that. So it's a way for us to have an adaptable system, not just for us, but for other micronations. And we want to get people to officially sign onto that program. And we want micronations to be able to officially do that, but we still need to make sure that we have everything worked out, and we want to launch it out slowly. We're going to start with a few specific micronations that we'll reach out to as kind of a test and see how that goes. The last couple things, years licensed, of course, skill score. This is something that we're going to be getting to very soon, and that I actually don't have fully described in the documentation. But that will be the last thing that we are developing. That'll be something that's fully developed later, but we will actually launch these licenses and have the prestiges starting to take effect for our own citizens and then moving outward into the community very, very soon. So we will have those applications launching very, very soon as well. The skill score is going to be something that defines more of that work. So the skill score is, for example, if you have skills in a specific trade, um, that would be shown. So whenever you come to the Empire of Eternity and you say, "Hey, I am a," let me jump back on my webcam here. Boop-a-doop. Hey, perfect. So when you come to the Empire of Eternity and you say, "Hey, I am I'm a painter, right? And I love to paint and I sell paintings and this is what I do." Um, the way that you would be able to join our system is you fill out an application. Say you aren't a part of any micronation, you say, "I just want to sell some paintings." So you connect in, you fill out a form for sovereignty. That'll be something, again, that we talk about a little bit further in the future, but you fill out a form for sovereignty. That form for sovereignty declares, hey, this person wants to develop um, uh, uh, some connection to the community. They have some specific skill and they want to apply that to our community. So that person, as an individual, has said, hey, I recognize that these nations are nations. I recognize myself as entering into agreements with such nations, and I am presenting this as my official connection to them. I am a painter. This is what I do. So you would fill out that application. You would describe what categories your skills and interests fall under, and that would prompt us to send you information based on which specific initial skills you would have access to. So we'd have skills within the painting and arts category. We'd have skills within economic categories. We would have skills within filmmaking. We would have skills within social media. We would have skills within agriculture. We would have skills within all of these different metalworking, all of these different types of connections, fishing. Uh, they would all be able to work together in order to understand each other's system and in order to be connected to this larger skill set. So You apply, you have your specific skill set. We say, hey, all you have to do in order to make this better is to continue to provide us documentation and proof of larger and larger things that you've been able to do. So for a painter, that might be volume sold, that might be monetary value worth sold or something like that. But the whole idea being to show progression through that. So someone who has the skill score of uh, um, painting one might have that set up on their license, very similar to the prestiges, but the sovereignty licenses will be set up as more of a breakdown of those skills. On something like a citizenship license or a foreign dignitaries license, you would have the actual full total of the scores uh, numbered, and the reputation as well of the person just being, things when they have worked on these different things, these quests that they will be able to go on, which will be specifically trying to accomplish a goal. So a micronation may be able to, within our system, reach out to those people. The Empire of Eternia, say, we will go into our Discord community, we will go into the micronational community, and we'll say, hey, we need this thing done. Whoever can get us this thing will be able to um, earn, will be able to receive this item, and we'll declare an item, or this amount of Eternian notes, and we will declare the amount of Eternian notes that they'll be able to receive. And then whenever we do that, that will add some reputation for them. Um, we will have that as well defined based on those skill scores and everything like that once that comes in. So we're going to have everybody starting out with their initial skill sets, and that being proven by just some submission. You know what I mean? The simplest one for painting could be, send us a painting you've done. Send us uh, some work that you've painted. Um, for different categories, there will be more requirements or less requirements, but ultimately that is the idea. Um, Richard said, a whole bunch of stuff. Um, Richard Taylor says, since Eternia doesn't have a, hold up. Uh, Truto said, does Eternia have border control? Richard Taylor said, since Eternia doesn't have a border yet, I'd say no. Um, Not really. I mean, it's like who I welcome into like my home and things like that. Drew Andy K said, "Hey AP, I have some forms and things I want to discuss." Yep. I would love to suggest more ideas to help make this faster and process and to upgrade it. I would love to hear them. Trudeau says the license is a good idea. Trudeau didn't keep things like that in the early days. Now it's hard to provide proof of Trudeau's age. I definitely understand. It's rough. Richard Taylor says, I still have my certificate from when I graduated trade school. I would love to see that, and I would love to have that as woodworking. Crypto Limbo said the president of uh, Malungun is here. Glad to see you, Crypto. Um, Drew said, hello, Crypto. Crypto said, have I made it to the map yet? I filled out the website. Has it processed? I will check in with that. I'm sorry, I've been actually a little bit distracted the last couple days. Yesterday, I went um, and melted some metal down for our forge, and I want to talk about that in a future video. But Drew said, when did you fill it out? And then he retracted his message. So yeah, this idea of having a skill score and a reputation will basically sum you to a total score that someone can look at, um, kind of like a just like your level in a video game or something. This is how well connected. This is how effective this person is within our community, within the scope of providing official documentation for someone within our community. This is how capable we have seen this person to be. That being the skills that they've earned, that total skill score, and then as well their reputation within our community, having been verified through sources such as the completion of those quests and positive completion of them. So that's kind of the idea that we're moving forward to, allowing anybody and everybody to be able to say, hey, I'm somebody who wants to provide a service. I have something that I can offer in exchange for compensation in some form. And you will then be able to apply for quests within our system that will be delivered out, and will be delivered out quite regularly between first the Empire of Eternia and its needs and what it can send out, and then adding to that other micronations who will hopefully adopt our system and become partners in it, in allowing for them to receive a larger pool of people to help their micronation to grow and to develop, and also to allow for those other people um, to themselves have access to multiple micronations for the connection with their economics and their needs. So being able to provide to a whole additional community of people who have purchasing needs and who have projects and events and things they're trying to get done, all of which can be made possible by all of the efforts and dedication of the people in our community. And I just think there should be a better way to categorize, classify, and officiate that. So I think that is the best way to go for it, and I'm excited to talk about it.
What is it from
Officiate, yep. Mm. Nathan said he's in voice chat, but he might leave. I I was kind of hoping to just do a breakdown this video. Let me see. Let me see if I can jump in with you, Nathan. I could probably do that. Okay. Hey, we're in the voice chat with Nathan.
God, I was watching the stream and this, so I have to leave the stream or else the delay will make the sound go weird.
Oh, I got you. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. But yeah, I was just kind of trying to describe the different licenses and the overall prestige system that we are starting to roll out. The biggest thing that I just wanted to say, guys, is whenever we are continuing to do this, the way that this is going to roll out is starting with, like I said, our citizens and these licenses that you see right here, that rolling out to them, starting with those procedures, they have those abilities within our government and its system. Then reaching out to other micronations, their citizens, their leadership, and also providing similar prestiges in connection with our micronation. So having those things be developed and officiated, and then moving down the line to starting to have these skill scores and this reputation start to come into play, and having that um, uh, ability let out to everybody. So again, that working the same way, starting with our citizenry and then working out its way outward. But all of those applications are going to be coming out very, very soon, because we want to start with a good pool of people to try this out and to make sure that it is successful for us. In addition, we are going to be pretty quickly coming out with a lot of that documentation. Look forward to that, but know that the actual documentation will probably come at the same time, if not before the applications go out. So whenever I launch that, whenever that gets ready, definitely check it out. Definitely read up on it. Let me know what you think, because we are going to be launching that out pretty quickly after that to the first so many individuals. And I really want to make sure that this is something that works for the micronational community. And I think it will. I feel really proud about it. I feel really excited about it. It's just one of those things where you have to be able to make sure that everybody is accommodated, and you have to make sure that this accounting system that you're trying to develop works efficiently. So we're trying to create the spaces right now for people to be able to do things like that. The spaces within our Discord, the spaces within our website, for all of these things, all of these forms, all of these connections to us to be a lot more easily accessed. So that's all, additional expansion to this to make this fit within our model right now. But the idea for this is just about trying to make these connections within the micronational community. Golden Freddy does Roblox, says only 8 people watching. Wow, 9. Yeah, absolutely. But you would say that, but having like 8 or 9 people consistently watching a stream,
It's big.
for us is a pretty big deal. We recently got almost to 20, which was really,
Yeah, I
really
remember
cool.
that. That was very, very good day.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it makes a big effect on our watch time, especially because we're going for trying to get monetization, which is something I can talk about really quickly as I pivot over. Right now, our watch time hours, everybody asks about our watch time hours because that's the last domino we need to fall before we get true monetization potential. Right now, we are at, I think it said 1,118 subscribers, and right now we are sitting with 2,636 public watch time hours. So, that is incredible, guys, and I absolutely applaud everybody for hanging out with us, watching the streams, watching the videos. Stuff like these streams just makes that number jump up. Even just having like 7 or 8 viewers does a lot for us. Greenistan says, "Hello AP, I'm very sorry that I have not been able to attend your stream, but do you want to see something weird? Sure. I
Oh,
guess hit me up in the Discord." Richard Taylor says, "Greetings, Greenistan." Greenistan said, "Thank you." Yeah, so that's the system that we're trying to develop and trying to start rolling out is just this idea of connection to a a a standard, being able to define um, a clear way forward for people who are seeking connections within the micronational community, who are seeking to become citizens or seeking employment, and really allowing more benefit and more infrastructure for them to succeed in that, for them to have avenues to, official avenues to walk down, to start um, being able to benefit from all of the all of the opportunity that's out there, but isn't really being utilized yet. A lot of people just don't know where to go, don't have um, the, there's a certain layer of disconnectedness between all micronations. So I think hopefully this will start to shed some of that away and allow for further promotion and production into the micronational community at large, and will hopefully prop up um, our community as well and help it to grow. Um,
basically, so basically, for people that are still confused, even though AP explained it very simply, basically, I'll oversimplify it. Basically, there's two islands, one micronation to another. Then the Empire of Eternia is the bridge that connects them. We want one micronation to make contact with another one, then they can do stuff just to grow the micronational world.
Absolutely. That's very well put, Nathan, and I completely agree. Nathan, if you guys don't know, is the uh, a noble. He's a press noble in the House of Others, and he is also the host of the Eternian Show. If you guys haven't checked that out, about to be on its 5th episode. I'm super excited about it. Um, and yeah, he is. I'm glad to have him on. Nathan, especially because you seem like you understand the system really well and kind of understand the what we're going for, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I understand very complicated things kind of easily. It's kind of strange.
Hmm?
It's kind of strange. Let me just say.
That's very cool, man. Yeah, I was gonna say, I just think
In a
this is
certain way, I can't just look at something, just have it go in my memory. I have to remember a thing that like I enjoy. So like, kind of like government and micronational things, I'm interested in, but like mathematical equations, no.
that's very
Get that out of
understandable.
here.
I would say I used to not be into math as well, but I highly recommend it. It's something that just becomes incredibly useful in all sorts of applications once you do learn it. If you don't like math, though, that's completely understandable as well.
I mean, I have decent grades. I got a C on my math test that I took
Congrats.
like Friday or Thursday. I
Very
already
cool.
forgot. I said on one of the streams, and then I left at like 11 o'clock, and then I took the test.
Hey, well, congratulations. I'm glad you did well on it. I'm glad we
Yes.
got the check-in. Yeah, as well. I think trying to um, trying to talk about that idea of like what people like and what people don't like and uh, how their personalities develop also develops like what they want to do. You saying you really like government and micronational stuff. There should be place where you can really define what that means for you and find work that is um, interesting to you, and when you do that work, to be able to have that recognized and have that shown as something to not only our micronation but to other micronations that says, hey, this person's dedicated and they care about the thing that they do and they're good at it. So I think that's kind of the step forward that we're doing here is showing how it is that we're moving forward with that licensing and with um, trying to establish that standard for the community. And then we're trying to have everybody um, we're trying to have everybody work together in such a way that it expands that system out to other nations, and that becomes something that not only helps to promote and to stimulate our economy internally and our ability to function as a structured governmental organization, but also helps with the setup and some of the difficulties that come with starting nations in general. And that hopefully that can help to alleviate some of that for those nations that sign on to the program.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I'm kind of interested in, and this is kind of off topic, but like another thing that I love to learn about is I'm a tech guy. I like programming stuff like that, and one of the big things I'm really interested in is like cryptocurrencies and like Bitcoin and blockchain stuff like that.
Very, very cool. Well, then we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about in the future because the Empire of Attorney is
Yes.
trying to do some stuff that's very similar to that. We're not, as of yet, trying to launch a cryptocurrency, but definitely trying to do some stuff like
like a like a digital currency type of thing, like kind of like how we mentioned in the meeting that we did.
absolutely. In one of our governmental meetings, we talked about just the idea of trying to make our currency and the people who have invested into it accessible through the goods that we have on the internet and making people uh,
Honest,
and
on,
I'm sorry.
honestly, I kind of thought it was a smart idea to like try and work out a way to do like a digital currency that's not like a blockchain. It would have like centralized banks, kind of like how like real life in the U.S. and stuff, but have like a centralized bank, but like it's just on the internet. Theoretically, that probably is possible. Don't know how legal, but it's probably possible.
Well, so I think that's something definitely to look into. Like
I
I
mean,
said, I don't think.
like in mobile games, you pay money for digital currency that you can use to buy stuff, and that's legal. So we could pretty much copy and paste that into this.
Well, so I think there's definitely some legal lines to walk through whenever you're trying to develop any larger system like that. And that's definitely going to have to be something that's taken into account. But it's also part of the reason why we're trying to do this in very small stages. So that's why we're not trying to launch directly into like a cryptocurrency. And that's why we're not trying to like immediately start like a banking system or something. Right now, we're just trying to find ways, like for example, these um, these things that we're trying to do with quests and with the sovereignty system and the licensing and the prestige system as a whole being set up for the ability for someone to say, hey, I invested in the Empire of Eternia's economy. Now I have money to hire people to do things for me. Or now I have the ability to purchase certain things through the Empire of Eternia through that same system, through just being able to contact other members of the community and being able to look for specific items and get things that they are trying to. So whether that's something from our Etsy store, whether that's something that you're looking for to be created like a website, that would all be possible thanks to just this large official network that we're trying to create.
Ah, very epic.
Yeah, that bridge, just like you talked about. Um, yeah, and so that's what I'm trying to do today is just to walk through the the sections of this and to talk about why we're doing it this way. So of course we have These licenses, we talk about the license of sovereignty. Um, so talking about the nations who sign on to doing this with the Empire of Eternia having these different licenses and allowing for this quest system should, specifically the license of sovereignty and creating this quest system, they would be able to support that. And with everybody working to do that, we could potentially have our own website that has its domains paid and everything, where people can, who are having access to that, can go on, who have licenses, can go on and apply for those quests, and who can take those quests and implement them themselves in the same format. So that's something that we're trying to get underway, and that's something that we're continuing to do with this system. As well, any quest agreed upon by the co-signing nations, we will have worked out between them. So we will officiate these things whenever you apply for one of these online. We'll have them looked at and read at and reviewed and then posted. But the actual connection, when you say, hey, I'm going to give this to someone else as payment for this other thing, that transaction will be between you two legally, and we'll of course review the documentation for that. But that's how that ultimately gets decided is up to you and that other person who takes on the task for you. But the biggest connection there being that we now have a system to hold people more accountable for something like that and to allow for a little bit more ease. Just to say that if someone were to be found as a violator of that, we could remove them from that community and make it harder to access the things that other micronationalists and people who are trying to create a positive community have the ability to move forward. So we're trying to create something that's really inclusive and allows everybody to have some jumping off point, but we also want to do that in a way that protects everybody and makes everybody feel that there is um, some place for them to go to be able to find the things that they need and that they know can get it done.
Very nice.
Yeah. So we also have, for our internal government, we have these governmental procedures. Like I said, they talk about basically what type of documentation you have access to, what sort of potential meetings or events you may have access to. That goes the same thing with the House of Treasure, House of Others. We will probably, as well, like dignitary procedures. We have foreign dignitary license, full foreign dignitary license, limited. We also here have two economic prestiges, and they're both very different. So we have the aristocrat prestige, that is for the top 10 aristocrats on the aristocrat board. As well, we have the digital business license. That's going to be something that we launch in the near future, along with this prestige system, which is part of the reason why it's going to take so long to get to our skills. But with this prestige system, we're going to be able to launch digital businesses, basically saying that the people who are a part of our community who want to, specifically citizens as of right now, who want to create businesses for themselves and to make products and to sell them on something like our imperial market, would be able to do that through us, and would be officiated in that. So
Phone
that'll
ringing.
be, yep. I just muted it. It's Jet. I'm actually going to call him back here in a second. But that's just what I was trying to do, and to say that it's a system that should allow for us to open up the opportunity for other Eternians to make money off of the imperial market, and also a way for us as an imperial market to grow in the range of products it offers, and tying that into our currency and allowing people who invest in our economy to actually feel the ability to trade in the larger market for that currency and to increase that currency's value. Sorry, I'm messaging Jet to tell him that I will call him right back. But yeah, so that's the situation for us right now, guys. This has been something that's been um, a big weight on my mind recently. This has been part of the reason why I've been back and forth about making videos. Sometimes I'll make an edited video, sometimes I'll be in the live streams, and this is what I've been working on. This is a big part of it, as well as all the branching connected pieces of it. So trying to get this set up, it's a big system, it's a big effort, but I'm excited to start unrolling it. I'm excited to have that as our big project. So we will be continuing to develop that. As always, we've been doing great with the Imperial market. The Imperial market has been continuing to sell currency as well. We are going to be starting to add a couple other things to that very soon. We're going to start adding a couple of other interesting items, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Well, I won't talk about tonight. I'll talk about them next time. I want to stay on topic for this video, but um, that's what we're trying to set up, guys. More products on the Imperial market. And as always, we've been getting great investment into our economy. People have been purchasing our Imperial notes. People have been helping us on our way toward 10,000 for our land purchase. And I'm incredibly thankful for that. So we're going to continue moving forward with it. We're going to continue working to make sure that this is something achievable, and this is something that becomes a gateway to the micronational community for more people, and not only that, to allow more investment and easier investment into that community with a structure like this. So I can't wait to continue to unveil that to you guys very soon. Like I said, things are getting passed around to our citizens at the moment. Once all our citizens have them, we will start continuing to unveil things like those applications. So if you want to continue to stay updated with our applications and all that, you can check out our website here. We have, of course, the Micronations of the World and the Micronational Map Show, which is coming up soon, that you can apply for with these two buttons.
Yes, please check out the website so AP can please shut his mouth about it, about how proud.
I will never. This is a wonderful website. I love it. Ooh, we have. We have.
What if it
What if it was?
doesn't look proportional?
I think it looks proportional. Richard, she's drawing your wolf. She's drawing your wolf on your piece of paper.
Oh my god, we must look at the wolf and kitten, please.
We're doing it. We're doing it, Richard. We're doing it for you. Matthew Freeman, of course, 40 notes. Drew with 30. Raymond Bosher with 25. Still up there. Stephen Vince with 16. About to get more. And then Mason Kodad and Richard Taylor, our very own Richard Taylor, who's getting the wolf drawing, will be doing that very soon. If you want to check out all these upcoming things that are going to be happening, definitely check them out on our website. We are also going to be getting started with declaring more stuff. With our shop, we don't have our shop fully developed yet on our site, but we're linking our Etsy to the shop right now. So that will be in the process of getting completed very soon. Until we finish all of this stuff, until I have all these things officially rolled out to you guys, that's what I'm updating you on. That's what I'm trying to give you guys. And I appreciate that. Richard said, did you get my last order for attorney and notes? I don't want to check that on stream just in case I might like accidentally give away information or something, but I will check it right after. And I am about to get headed out, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you for supporting us as well. Military Dictatorship of Logistan, I saw that. Thank you for joining our Discord. Also, if you are a part of our micronational map, thank you for that. Everybody go check it out. Everybody have a good time until next couple days, I guess. Always make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Like and subscribe. And I will see you guys.